Hello， 观众朋友们，大家好！非常感谢今天来到我们的傲神金股栏目，很久没有跟大家见面了。我是主持人 Angel， 然后今天很高兴为大家带来一家非常有意思的电子竞技的一家公司，叫 Fandom Sports。然后呢，我也请来了他们的 CEO David。Hello, David.
Hi, Angel. How are you? Hi, everybody. Pleasure to be here.
Thanks for attending our today's virtual show and say hi to our audience.
Hi, everybody. How are you? Hope you're all well.
I will briefly introduce the Fandom Sport Media in the first page. 那么今天我给大家带来的是全球狂热粉丝的终极站点，他们是在加拿大挂牌，也有在 OTC， 包括在法兰克福都有挂牌。那么我们更多北美的客户可以在 FDM-SF 或者是加拿大的 FDM 去购买。那今天让大家来看一下这家公司的一个大概的情况。Okay, so let's move to second slide. 先跟大家说一下免责声明。那么在本个PPT 演讲里面，我会有很多前瞻性的陈述，希望大家能够自己看一下。Let's move to slide 3, David. Yeah, your turn.
So what is the mission statement for Fandom Esports? You know, our goal is to be the premier fan engagement platform for esports fans around the world. So wherever they watch their favorite esports content, our goal is to provide them with localized content, wherever they may be, with hyper gamification that allows them to play along by making predictions and wagers with what they see going on their device. Anywhere in the world, they can play, connect, and get rewarded.
Okay. 那么 Fandom Sport 他们的使命大家可以看一下，它是一个超级粉丝的唯一平台。那它是面向全球的超级粉丝啊。那我们现在指的超级粉丝是指电竞方面，那么是提供一个本地化的内容，然后超级的游戏化，连接全球对电竞非常狂热的粉丝爱好者的这么一个首选平台。So slide 4.
So the way that our system is architected, it's really very flexible. As I mentioned, our goal is to allow people to enjoy esports content regardless of the device that they're on, regardless of where they're watching their content from, whether it's a North American streaming platform such as YouTube Gaming, Twitch, or some of the popular ones in China, Douyu, Huya, Bilibili. What we can do is we can customize the way that our platform interacts with this third-party content. So whether it's a stream that's embedded on our platform or our platform embedded on the content creators platform, we will create the opportunity for esports viewers to be able to play along by making predictions, winning prizes with the content partner platform. This will allow them to increase engagement levels, spend more time viewing this content, and obviously interacting with more advertising throughout the process.
OK， 那么我们的 Fandom Sport 它非常要值得提到的是，它是可以跟不同的一些第三方平台去结合。那在国外像 YouTube 这样子，在国内呢像虎牙啊、哔哩哔哩啊这些，他们都是可以去客制化的结合。那这样子就可以吸引到更多的粉丝来到我们的平台来做更多的一个观看，然后投注、下注、预测，然后获得相应的奖励，这样子一个动作。Okay, it's I will play the teaser video for.
Great, excellent, thank you.
Make a prediction, talk trash, and get rewarded. Fandom Esports allows you to play along wherever you are with your favorite esports leagues, teams, events, and players. Daily check-ins, daily draws, and daily prizes give users lots of reasons to check in regularly for their daily dose of esports action and news. Fandom Esports allows users to earn fan coins by checking in daily, viewing sponsored content, and interacting with their friends and making predictions. Fan coins will be redeemable for a variety of prizes, cool swag, partner-sponsored giveaways, and more. Pick your favorite games, pick your favorite teams, pick a fight, talk trash. The possibilities are endless with Fandom Esports. Make predictions in real time during the game and put your esports knowledge to the test against your friends or anyone around the world. Daily, weekly, and all-time leaders earn the respect of global esports superfans. Invite your friends today. Show your game. Earn respect. Fandom Esports.
Thank you.
So I will briefly translate the teaser video to our audience. 大家可以看到这个 APP 是即将会上台的，那么大概可以看到的是这个非常有意思，它这个平台不仅会在北美，也会未来会有中文版可以说是一个全球的一个电子竞技加上在线博彩的一个结合体，所以你每天都可以上线任务然后跟朋友一起在上面一起玩竞猜下注这样子一个平台。So the slides on your years 5, slides 5. What is?
Yep. Great. Yeah. So esports, what does the term really encompass? So there's been a large transition from people playing video games many years ago to competitive sports where people compete playing video games. There are leagues that have been created, popular games many of the viewers now know, Fortnite, League of Legends, Counter-Strike, Dota 2. There's more viewers for these events than some professional sporting events. The professional gamers and influencers, they've built a global fan base on all of the streaming platforms that we've discussed: Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, Facebook, Huya, Douyu, Bilibili. E-teams, they also mirror the structures of professional teams. There's coaches, dietitians, psychologists, sponsors, merchandise, marketing. The point that we're making is that this is now a multi-billion-dollar industry. What we are doing at Fandom Esports has not been done before. And what our goal is, as I described with our mission earlier, is to allow people to interact with that content more, increase their time enjoying that content, and just provide a fun experience to users every day.
那么我们先说一下，我想可能观众朋友们有点了解电子竞技会觉得不就是打游戏吗？某种程度上来说是，但是不只是打游戏，因为它现在已经跟我们的像打篮球、网球、橄榄球一样的一个频繁。可能大家有听到过像反恐精英DOTA 之类的非法这个，然后他们有专业的游戏玩家，那么会通过很多的在北美这里叫 Twitch Mixer YouTube 这些，那么在国内像虎牙、斗鱼对，还有那个哔哩哔哩都非常的火。那么在这个过程中，他的那个电竞团队就跟传统的一些体育团队就会有点类似，会有教练营养师这些，所以它是一个很完整的一个产业链。那么电子竞技现在已经是走进了非常久负盛名的一个体育馆麦迪逊广场里面有去做一个真正把它变成了一项运动，而不再是我们之前觉得就是打游戏这样子。所以它电竞是一个真正的运动，就像我们的那个 NBA 的小牛队的老板说的，人们会很快清楚，因为Fandom 致力于走电子竞技，这个其实还是算比较新的一个产业。Okay, so next page.
Okay, so here's just a simple representation so that your viewers can see, the exact similarities between traditional sports and esports. You have professional players, you have professional teams, tournaments, and leagues. Sponsors and platforms are, the same right across the board. And there's specific games and titles. So in my opinion, what we'll see in the next between 5 to 10 years is that this distinction between sports and esports, it's going to disappear. It's just going to be sports because it's all of the same infrastructure behind it.
Okay. 那么很多人会说，那体育跟那个打打游戏啊有啥区别？当然有区别啊的，也有也没有那么多的区别。那么之前我们知道体育赛事会有打篮球啊、足球啊等等，大家包括看到会有 NBA 啊，会有那个奥运会等等，也会有很多的赞助商以及所谓的我是打篮球，我是打网球。那么现在我们的 Esports 电子竞技的话，它也会有团队也会有这个像湖人队之类的这些参赛的选手，然后也会有自己的一些联盟，也会有相应的一些赞助商那么未来David 认为体育跟电子竞技之间可能他们的隔阂就会在逐渐消失，因为电子竞技就是属于体育赛事的一种。Okay, so next page.
Okay. So this looks complicated, but it's really giving a picture of the landscape of the entire gaming industry, which is almost a $200 billion industry today. So the purpose of this slide is to show you how Fandom is addressing both the needs of the all ages market, plus the wagering vertical as well, because we have a component to that. We recently received a wagering license from the jurisdiction of Curacao that will allow us to take wagers on predictions. So this is similar to the last slide. What we see in the middle, we have game developers and publishers. These are the games that people are playing competitively. You have an audience that is watching players and teams. Those players and teams are part of leagues and organizations. And then you have the streaming platforms and then the audience watching on the streaming platforms. Sponsors are sponsoring everything right across the board, the fans, the players, the leagues, the channels. So where does Fandom come in here? On the wagering side of things, you have several companies that are listed here: Fans Unite, Ascot, Unicorn. The valuations that these companies have relative to where Fandom is are 5 to 10 times higher. We can take the wagering that they can do. They are not doing anything different than what we are able to do. On the fan engagement platform, there's a very big comparable that we are approaching, something called a platform called Discord. What Discord allows people to do is to chat with their friends on all the different streaming platforms. They have a valuation of $3.5 billion. So we're very unique in that we are able to work both on the wagering side of the equation and on the fan engagement side, and to capture and go after the valuations that these large companies do, because none of them can do what we can do on both sides of the market.
我们说一下电子竞技的一个商业模式我们先从左边说，左边这里呢就是很多的粉丝聚集在这里的一个平台。那么现在已经比较有名，像 Discord， 它是一个35亿美金的一个大规模的公司，它是把喜欢打竞技的人聚集在上面，然后在上面可以闲聊去沟通。那么在右边的话，其实像Fans Unite、Unicorn、Ascot 有些是上市，有些不上市，但是在 wagering 也就是说在线博彩业领域是一个巨头那么这其实他们现在的估值要比 Fandom 要高5到10倍那么 Fandom 呢已经非常荣幸已经拿到了在线博彩的那个投注的这么一个牌照，所以说Fandom 有做这两边都有做。那么当中这一块其实就是电子竞技的它的一个商业模式是从观众的引流开始吸引看比赛，到有团队有那个赛事很多不同的团这个赛团去打比赛，然后会有联盟然后还会在这些平台上去看在国内的话就是虎牙斗鱼这些哔哩哔哩，所以也会当中就会产生各种的一些产业链，包括那个 sponsor 赞助商这样子。所以 Fandom 它的模式非常有意思，它在这一块把粉丝吸引过来，然后在这个当中过程中会有很多的一个产业链会涉及到最后一个在线博彩的一个下注，并且它已经拿到了这个在线博彩的下注的一个license Okay, so next page.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go through this quickly. This is just a different representation of the previous slide, where you can see that Fandom is at the nexus, at the meeting point between the fan engagement platforms and the iGaming platforms. There's nothing between the other two companies that solves the solution that Fandom is able to do. We are completely unique. We are built upon proprietary technology, and we're going to make a big impact both on the fan engagement side of the industry and on the iGaming side.
OK， 那么再重申一下，这个是刚才说的比较详细的一个商业模式。那这个就很简单，告诉大家，我们 Fandom 是独特而专有的一个市场定位啊。有刚才我有说过 Discord 这样 TeamSpeak 是游戏玩家即时通信软件。那在右边在线博彩的这些软件啊，他们的估值都非常的高啊。Fandom 就是两块都有做之间的交集。Then the app.
Okay, so yeah, thank you, Angel. So, this screen and the next screen, it's just some of the features that we were highlighted in the product video. So it gives you just a general sense. You go from onboarding, by making predictions, you're able to follow along and go on missions that you challenge your friends to make several predictions in a row. You're able to win prizes for participating in the platform. You invite friends, you win prizes. You make correct predictions, you win prizes. You make comments on posts, you win more prizes. Those prizes allow you to get higher up on a leaderboard. And then, what that does is that gamifies the whole experience. So as you're watching these esports events, you're able to play along, win points, and earn the recognition that we were talking about earlier.
Got it. 这个是他们即将要launch 的一个 APP 要发布，那么大家可以看一下啊，从登录然后开始去选任务，然后完成任务，到后面跟一起玩的话，完成任务已经有排行榜，然后包括一些对一些队伍的一些专有的预测，包括一些真实的赔率啊，这是 APP 给大家一个更直观的一个印象。Okay, next page.
So esports monetization, how do we make money? It's very simple. We partner with third-party companies that already have existing user bases. We're able to do revenue shares on advertising because we can have whatever advertising you're seeing on the platform itself mirrored in our app. We can do a revenue share if we embed the functionality of our platform in that app as well. And thirdly, when depending on the jurisdiction, we're able to take a commission on whatever wagering revenue will be coming through on our platform as well.
Got it. 所以很多人说，那 Fandom 你怎么赚钱啊？这个电子竞技加博彩在线这两块，大家应该可以猜到了。那么电子竞技的话，肯定是赞助商你看的那些广告，它当中是广告都有分成的。那么包括第二个有提到的一些小额生态支付系统啊，包括最主要的就是在线的一个博彩收入你投注当中都是有分成的。Next page, the license.
Yes, so this was a very big first step for us to get into the global wagering industry for esports. The forecasts that existed in 2018 where the esports wagering business would be in 2022 were passed this year because of, unfortunately, the COVID-19 situation. So Fandom just received, just a couple of weeks ago, their Curacao wagering license. This allows us to take wagers all over the world on esports, except in the US, UK, France, Spain, Australia, and the Netherlands. We are pursuing licenses in those specific jurisdictions as well, so that we'll be able to have a global footprint. So we're very excited about that because on the one side, we have the all ages predictions. The difference between the predictions and the wagering is the fact that we have a license and that we can, instead of giving out fan coins and points, people are able to actually win real money now. So that's a very big industry that's just going up exponentially. We also see that real sports live right now, they're slowly starting to come back. So there's a huge opportunity for iGaming moving forward.
那么对于Fandom 之前他们其实已经有可以一些预测，但是他们只能给到玩家的是一些就是 Fandom 自己的一些点数吧，一些 Fandom 自己的货币。那拿到了这个在线博彩，对他们整个 Fandom 公司来说是一个大大的一个进步，那么就可以真实的下注啊，那么离真实下注，那下注的那些玩家就可以真真实实的拿到了钱啊，所以这是对他们来说非常兴奋的一件事情。可以看到我们已经Fandom 公司已经拿到了很多地方的一些许可，并且正在继续扩大这样的一个全球的足迹，那么能够加入到更多的一些投注平台。Next page.
Yes, so what we see here is just some of the valuations that other iGaming companies have relative to where Fandom is. So our market capitalization right now, it is about 7 million Canadian, which is about $5 million US. All of our peers, which have absolutely nothing proprietary, whereas we do, are trading anywhere from 5 to 10 times higher where our company is. We're in the process of building out and launching our own platform, which is built upon a completely proprietary set of technologies, which I'll come to on the next slide. What we'll be able to offer our wagering customers will be a amount of choice in the amount of wagers that they're able to place that no one will even be close to. So I feel that from an investment perspective, our company is extremely undervalued. We have lots of room to grow in valuation. And in long term, you're looking at numbers here that, we should easily eclipse once we're up and running on the wagering side.
那刚才David 有介绍到一些在线博彩的一些公司啊，不管像这家是没有上市的，这是在加拿大上市，这是在纳斯达克已经上市，这家也没有上市。那无论如何呢，他们的估值大家可以看一下，都是30个 million 这样子的一个估值，不同的像这家以及这家。那么他算了一下，现在 Fandom 估值大概是7个 million 的加拿大元，大概是核算成美金是5个 million 500万。那所有的提到的这个4家作者，其实还没有 Fandom 那么丰富的一个产业链，却已经高于了 Fandom 5到10倍的一个估值，所以他相信 Fandom 自身有很大的成长空间。那么接下来一页他会说更多Fandom 在做的一些这几家公司没有做到的一些事情。Okay, next page.
So this slide is about our team. So my bio is here. I've been involved in capital markets in an entrepreneurial role for the last 12 years. I've helped raise tens of millions of dollars for a variety of industries: social commerce companies, gaming companies, mining companies. What I really would like to highlight here, though, is some new additions to the team: Stan Yezhemsky and Christian Gravel. They are the founders of Intellect Dynamics. It's a new partner for us. It is a artificial intelligence and data analytics company. We are in the process of incorporating their technology into the Fandom platform that is going to change the game in esports and the way that fans interact with esports. The Fandom platform has data that comes into it, game data from the tournaments and the games themselves, and content data. One of our partners is a company called Esports Network. They do all of the content aggregation for Thomson Reuters. It's the largest news service in the world. So as that data comes in, our system works with it to make the predictions that people play along with at home. Okay. So the way that the industry works now, and all of those other wagering companies that I showed, is they buy data from third-party providers. So they're able to provide maybe, a couple hundred decision points that people can make predictions on or wagers. With the technology that Intellect Dynamics is going to be providing us, we'll be able to provide an infinite amount of selections, predictions, and wagers to the customers. There's not going to be any single company in the esports sector that is going to have this capability. Chris and Stan have been able to deploy this technology already in the last 10 years across healthcare sectors, telecom companies, insurance companies, supply chain management companies, and this is one of their first applications to esports. So we're not looking just to launch an app that people can have fun with. We're looking to transform the way that esports fans interact with data and the data analytics that we can provide back to the game to the game creators and to the tournament hosts.
Okay, got it. 好，那么David 刚才有略微介绍一下自己啊，超过12年的一些广泛的业务啊，做过很多初创公司啊、mining 公司啊这些一些去筹款，筹了数千万美元。那他想更多的介绍他的2位 CTO 跟那个首席战略官 Chris 跟 Stan。那他们这2个人其实是 Interact Dynamic 这2家公司的一个创始人。那他们有哪些技术能够带到 Fandom 这家公司呢？就是在于他们自身本身就是人工智能大数据这一块的专家。那么Fandom 是致力于跟之前我上一页提到那些公司完全不一样的是，那些公司他们在做博彩的时候一些预测都是买的第三方数据，而 Fandom 想做的是从自己的一些自然数据用户数据，包括和第三方合作的一些数据，原始数据进来之后，自己有自己的 AI 团队、大数据团队去分析，然后给出更精准的一些模型预测。这一块他觉得是不只是为我们的游戏玩家提供了一个可以玩游戏、看游戏、参与游戏跟下注的一个地方，而是真正的去做一个变革改革，想吃第一个做吃螃蟹的人这样的一个宏伟的一个想法。Okay, next page.
Yeah, so I think the team that we've assembled at Fandom is really going to be, the ingredient that's going to make us the most successful. So I'd like to touch upon our advisory board quickly. Mr. Yunhua Fei is the CEO of GameFi based in Shanghai. They run the G League, which has 100 million viewers per tournament in China. So we're working very closely with him to try to, make a partnership with local, hopefully with his company itself, but other similar large-scale esports operators in China. So we have an existing team that has a full suite of contacts. On that note, I'll just mention Philip Chen, who's the chairman of the board of the company. Philip has a proven history of doing deals and making business partnerships with the largest Chinese tech companies, Tencent and Alibaba's and so forth. So he's been instrumental in our outreach campaign to local Chinese partners. So our prime focus is to partner with these types of companies that have hundreds of millions of users to allow us to really give a big benefit across a wide user base to the largest companies in the world. John Armstrong, who's on our advisory board, he's the top esports betting advisor in the world. He's got 60,000 people in his esports business group. Guy Ben-Dov is head of the Israeli Gaming Association. He's between Silicon Valley and Israel. Rick Padullo is in the American Marketing Hall of Legends. He did all the marketing for Poker Stars here in North America. Klaus Kajecki, who's on our board, he owns several different professional esports teams based in Dubai for the Middle East and North Africa. Tristan Brett was one of the original founders of the company, and Scott Keeney was the founder of Dash Radio. They have, I think tens of millions of listeners here in North America. So it's a well-rounded team that will allow us to quickly scale at the highest levels in the industry.
OK， 好，那我们接下来说一下他们的一些进一步介绍他们的团队，像一些 advisory 的一些 board， 像费元华，不知道大家有知道吗？我看了一下，他其实现在是游戏风云的 CEO。那么他游戏风云是上海那个 SNG 旗下的，那他费元华在游戏界应该算还是比较有点名气的。他 初始于起步于是那个信大网络。那么菲利普陈是董事会的主席。那菲利普他在跟腾讯阿里巴巴这块打交道融资方面有很多年的经验。那么 John Armstrong 他自己本身就是一个在线博彩竞技方面的专家拥有6000人的这么一个团队。然后Guy Bendoff 他自己是在以色列有自己的一个游戏方面的公司。然后 Rick 他是做营销的。然后 Klaus Cages 他也是自己的一个 Yalla Sports 的一个 CEO 或者说是创始人。所以他们整个团队包括 Scott 还是Jason Brett 他们整个团队你可以看到他们的背景都非常好，不管是像 Scott 自己有自己的radio 公司播音这一块传播。那么无线电那你就可以看到这个公司不管是从资本这一块的运作，还是说在游戏，还是说在博彩这一块都有自己的人脉。那么整个团队可以说是跨电子竞技、电子游戏、技术跟资本市场的一个技能组。Okay, so next page.
Yes. Yeah, so this is basically just a feature roadmap. I don't want to go through the individual features. We saw some larger screens there, and plus the video. So we can probably go to the next slide.
Okay. 这一块就是他们未来就是从平台开始，然后到Live Sports 的 APP， 到游戏的引擎他们也引入 Blaze 的区块链的一个协议然后到 Esports APP 1.0 以及在线博彩整个 Fandom 要做的事情非常的详尽。好。
So our capital structure is excellent. We have 32 million shares outstanding. Management, insiders, and friends and family own about 20% of the company. So it's a very small float. We're trading at around 12 cents US today. So it's about a $5 or $6 million market cap. So there's just extreme upside, and I'm very excited and optimistic about the future. Fully diluted, we only have 45 million shares overall, and that'll if the warrants all get exercised, we'll have some additional working capital. So it's a very small float. We're trying to work and partner with extremely large organizations, and if and when we're able to execute on some of those first deals that we're working on, I think it'll be a very good time for new investors to come in after they hear this story. I'm looking forward to speaking with new shareholders all the time. What's important for people to watch from us moving forward. We're going to have news. We're doing our private beta right now in China, in North America. We're going to go to a wider scale beta launch probably in the next 4 to 6 weeks in the Middle East, North Africa, in China, and again here in North America. And then hopefully we should have some news on some of these partnerships that I was mentioning also in the next 4 weeks or so. So we're getting ready for big things. We're very excited. The whole team is. And, I just want to say thank you to you, Angel, and thank you to everybody for taking the time and watching the presentation today. And I look forward to keeping you guys posted.
Okay, thank you, David. 那我们看一下它当前的财务数据它的流通股其实在外面还可以32个 million 就3200万。然后大概自己管理层内部人员这样子大概20%占了。那在外流通股的认股权证加权平均大概是5毛2这样子。然后在外流通期权是400多万，那稀释后大概是4500万。那今天我看一下他们大概是1毛2、2毛这样子上下的一个浮动然后市盈率那么市值大概是500-600万。那么在未来的4到6周里面Fandom 会有很多在中东、在北美，包括在中国有很多的一些好消息那也非常感谢，希望大家能够继续关注它在 OTC 有上叫 FDMSF， 我们的北美的所有的观众都可以去关注一下。那如果加拿大的朋友直接可以看那个 FDM，然 后美国的朋友直接可以看 FDMSS。So thank you, David.
Thank you very much.
OK, and 观众朋友如果有更多的问题呢，在看好这个影片之后，可以在下方留言。那我想把所有的问题都结合起来，再来采访 David 第二次做一个在线的一个问答这样的形式。好，那就感谢大家。